Welcome back, and we have some breaking news coming in. Republic has now accessed a document against Chanda Kochar and her husband Deepak Kochar. Now the charge sheet states that number one, Chanda Kochar and her husband Deepak Kochar had close relationship and prior acquaintance with VN Dhoot. Chanda Kochar was also a shareholder in a company in which Dhoot Videocon Group had substantial shareholding. Chanda Kochar was living in a flat which was owned by the companies of Videocon Group. These are all the details of the charge sheet that has been accessed by us here on Republic TV. Now, Chanda Kochar neither disclosed these facts to ICICI Bank nor recused herself from the committees of the ICICI Bank recommending sanctioning loans to Videocon Group of companies as well. Let's go across to my colleague Shravan Sen joining us with more on this. Shravan, please take us through the details of this charge sheet.
In fact, we're getting in details of this charge sheet that has now been filed by the Enforcement Directorate. We've exclusively accessed the copy of the charge sheet, which runs into 1,000 pages. These are the important pointers as far as this charge sheet that has been registered against Chanda Kochar as well as her husband Deepak Kochar. The one big takeaway from this particular charge sheet is the fact that somewhere down the line, Chanda Kochar, who has been the MD as well as the CEO of ICICI Bank, was working in cahoots with the Videocon Group. Now, the reason why the Enforcement Directorate is saying this is that because they've come across evidence to basically suggest that she has been using an apartment which was basically owned by the companies of Videocon Group. Not just that, she's also been a shareholder of a company in which VN Dhoot or the Videocon Group has substantial shareholding. And where lies the problem? The problem is because she did not disclose this to the ICICI Bank as far as her proximity with Videocon Group is concerned. Neither did she disclose these facts to ICICI Bank, nor did she recuse herself from the very committees of the ICICI Bank for recommending or for sanctioning these loans to Videocon Group of companies. So the problem is, on the one hand, she has been in touch with Videocon Group, has been associated with the Videocon Group, and also certain companies that have been linked to VN Dhoot. And these very companies were then getting loans from ICICI Bank. In fact, in the charge sheet, and I'm quoting from the charge sheet that has been accessed by Republic TV, this is what the Enforcement Directorate says, that Chanda Kochar was in fact the chairperson of the sanctioning committee of ICICI Bank, which sanctioned loan of 300 crore rupees to Videocon International Electronics Limited. Now, this company, Videocon International Electronics Limited, then transferred 64 crore out of the 300 crore funds that was received from ICICI Bank to a company that is controlled and beneficially owned by Deepak Kochar. Deepak Kochar happens to be the husband of Chanda Kochar. So you have loan money that was basically given by the ICICI Bank to Videocon Group, and that money was then transferred to a company that has been linked to Deepak Kochar. So here lies the quid pro quo that the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation is talking about. Now, apart from that, the Enforcement Directorate is talking about how 5 other high-value loans that is worth 1,575 crore rupees were sanctioned and disbursed by the ICICI Bank to the Videocon Group, that too between 2009 and 2011. So it's important to point out that this was the same time period when Chanda Kochar was the MD as well as the CEO of ICICI Bank. These are some serious allegations that have now been leveled by the Enforcement Directorate against Chanda Kochar as well as Deepak Kochar. If you go by the statement that has been put out by Chanda Kochar as well as Deepak Kochar in the past, they've essentially tried to point out the fact that the decisions of basically sanctioning loans to Videocon Group was not a single-member decision. It was a decision that was taken by the committee, in fact, the board of directors and others who were basically part of that loan sanctioning committee. Important part here is that when she had a close relationship with companies that have been linked to Videocon, the question is, why did she not inform the ICICI Bank on the one hand, or rather recuse herself from those very committees?
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Shravan, for getting us all those details and that exclusive charge sheet that we have access here on Republic TV. Remember, Chanda Kochar has now been granted bail by the special PMLA court on a surety of and a bond of rupees 5 lakhs, but she will not be allowed to leave the country without the court's prior permission.